Stephen of Blois, also known as Stephen I of England. Stephen of Blois was a significant figure in English history during the 12th century. Here's a detailed. Stephen of Blois was born around 1092, the son of Stephen, Count of Blois, and Adela, the daughter of William the Conqueror, making him a grandson of the Norman king. He grew up in a noble family with strong ties to both England and France. During his early years, Stephen became a trusted companion of his uncle, King Henry I of England. Stephen's relationship with Henry was quite close, and he was granted various lands and titles in England, including the earldom of Morton and the county of Boulogne. Stephen's fortunes changed dramatically with the death of King Henry I in 1135. Henry had only one legitimate son, William Adelin, who died tragically in the White Ship disaster in 1120, leaving no legitimate male heir to the throne. Henry, therefore, designated his daughter Matilda, also known as Maud, as his successor. Matilda was married to Geoffrey Plantagenet, Count of Anjou, and their son would later become King Henry I. However, upon Henry I's death, Stephen of Blois rushed to England and seized the throne, claiming the crown for himself. His swift action and support from influential barons secured his position as King of England, despite Matilda's rightful claim. Stephen's reign as king was marked by significant challenges and conflicts. Matilda, supported by her half-brother Robert, Earl of Gloucester, contested Stephen's rule, leading to a period of civil war known as the Anarchy, 1135 to 1153. This conflict plunged England into turmoil, as rival factions fought for control of the kingdom. Throughout the Anarchy, Stephen faced numerous rebellions, particularly from supporters of Matilda and her son, Henry Plantagenet. Battles and sieges raged across England, causing widespread devastation and suffering. The country was torn apart by factional strife, with ordinary people bearing the brunt of the conflict. Ultimately, after years of unrest and bloodshed, a compromise was reached. The Treaty of Wallingford, 1153, recognized Henry Plantagenet as Stephen's heir, effectively ending the Civil War. Stephen remained king until his death in 1154, after which Henry ascended to the throne as King Henry I, ushering in a new era of Angevin rule in England. Stephen of Blois' reign as king was characterized by instability and strife, yet his legacy endures as a pivotal figure in English history, whose actions profoundly influenced the course of the nation's development. Stephen of Blois, also known as Stephen of England, was a significant figure in English history during the 12th century. Here's a detailed overview of his family background, including his parents, siblings, and wives. Stephen of Blois was born circa 1092. He was the son of Stephen Henry, Count of Blois, and Adela of Normandy. Adela was the daughter of William the Conqueror, making Stephen of Blois a grandson of the famous Norman king. Stephen had several siblings, including Theobald I, Count of Champagne. He succeeded their father as Count of Blois and Champagne. William, Count of Sully. He was another brother of Stephen. Wives. Stephen of Blois had two notable wives. Matilda of Boulogne, or Maud. She was Stephen's first wife, whom he married in 1125. Matilda was the daughter of Count Eustace II of Boulogne and Mary of Scotland. Matilda and Stephen had several children together, including Baldwin, Eustace, William, and others. Adela of Normandy, or Adela of Blois. After the death of Matilda, Stephen married Adela of Normandy, who was also his cousin. Adela was the widow of King Henry I of England and the daughter of William the Conqueror. Their marriage was politically significant but childless. Significance. Stephen of Blois played a crucial role in the English succession crisis known as the Anarchy, 1135 to 1153, which erupted after the death of King Henry I of England. Stephen claimed the English throne against the rival claim of Motelda, Henry's daughter. This period was characterized by civil war and political turmoil as both sides vied for control. Stephen's reign as king was marked by conflict and instability, and it was during this time that Motelda's son, Henry Plantagenet, the future Henry I, gained power and eventually succeeded Stephen, establishing the Plantagenet dynasty. Stephen's legacy is a complex one, marked by his struggle to maintain control over England amid significant opposition and challenges to his rule. Stephen of England ascended to the English throne during a period of turmoil and contestation known as the Anarchy. Here's an overview of his ascension and early reign. After the death of King Henry I of England in 1135, Stephen of Blois swiftly claimed the English throne. His claim was based on a supposed death agreement between him and Henry, in which Henry allegedly recognized Stephen as his successor. However, Henry's daughter Motelda, also known as Empress Motelda, also had a claim to the throne as Henry's designated heir. Stephen's claim to the throne was supported by a significant portion of the English nobility, who saw him as a preferable alternative to Motelda, partly due to concerns over Motelda's gender and the potential for a female ruler to face resistance in a male-dominated society. Stephen's early reign was marked by a series of challenges and conflicts, both domestic and foreign. Opposition from Motelda. Motelda disputed Stephen's claim to the throne and launched her own campaign to secure the English crown. Supported by her half-brother Robert, 1st Earl of Gloucester, Motelda gained significant allies and support among the English nobility, leading to a protracted struggle for power. The conflict between Stephen and Motelda escalated into a full-blown civil war, known as the Anarchy. The period from 1135 to 1153 was characterized by widespread chaos, lawlessness, and violence as rival factions vie for control of England. Military campaigns. Stephen faced numerous military challenges during his early reign, including rebellions by powerful barons and incursions by Motelda's forces. The country was plunged into a state of near-constant warfare, with battles and sieges occurring across England and Normandy. Treaty of Winchester, 1153. After years of conflict and instability, the Treaty of Winchester was signed in 1153. According to the terms of the treaty, Stephen recognized Motelda's son, Henry Plantagenet, the future King Henry I, as his heir. This effectively ended the Civil War and paved the way for a peaceful transition of power. Is remembered in history primarily for his tumultuous reign during the period known as the Anarchy. Here's a more detailed narrative surrounding his life, accomplishments, and the circumstances of his death and burial. Accomplishments and challenges. Ascension to the throne. Stephen's ascension to the English throne in 1135 marked the beginning of a turbulent era in English history. He was quick to assert his claim after the death of King Henry I, exploiting the absence of a clear male heir to seize power. Reign amidst turmoil. Stephen's reign was fraught with challenges from the outset. His authority was immediately contested by his cousin Motelda, who had her own claim to the throne as Henry I's daughter. This rivalry plunged England into a prolonged period of civil strife and warfare. Struggles for control. Stephen faced numerous rebellions and uprisings from barons and regional lords who sought to challenge his rule. His efforts to maintain control over the realm were often undermined by internal divisions and external threats. Legacy of disorder. The Anarchy, as Stephen's reign came to be known, was characterized by lawlessness, instability, and widespread suffering among the populace. The breakdown of central authority led to a breakdown in law and order, with banditry and violence becoming commonplace. Death and burial. Passing of Stephen. Stephen's death occurred on October 25, 1154, in Dover, Kent. He had reigned for nearly 19 years, presiding over one of the most tumultuous periods in English history. Succession by Henry I. Stephen's death paved the way for the accession of Henry Plantagenet, the son of Motelda, as King Henry VI of England. Henry's ascension brought an end to the anarchy and ushered in a new era of stability and consolidation under the Plantagenet dynasty. Place of burial. Stephen of Blois was interred at Faversham Abbey in Kent, England. Faversham Abbey, a Benedictine monastery, served as the final resting place for Stephen, where he was laid to rest amidst the tranquil surroundings of the abbey grounds. Stephen's reign left a profound impact on English history, shaping the course of events for generations to come. While his rule was marked by turmoil and strife, it also laid the groundwork for the consolidation of royal authority and the eventual emergence of England as a unified and powerful kingdom under his successors. Stephen's early reign was characterized by uncertainty, political intrigue, and widespread unrest. While he initially succeeded in securing the English throne, his rule was challenged by formidable opponents, leading to years of strife and instability. Ultimately, Stephen's reign contributed to the broader evolution of English governance and set the stage for the rise of the Plantagenet dynasty under Henry I.